call to war. To the perceptive King Askell of Sweden. It's the chief of Volin who wants me to join in his conquest of the county of Valch. It's against Stastko the Impaler of Great Moravia and the King of Lotharingia. Well, I will accept this. Well, I will finish my raiding first before I go help you. I will honor my alliances, but we are raiding in England now, so we'll do that and then go help you. And here's this inspiration realized. My lord, my beneficiary Doya announces her arrival in a surprisingly loud voice. She proudly holds up a package securely wrapped in cloth. I return from Europe with an artifact from my journey. I take the bulky bundle into my hands and loosen the cords before peeling layer after layer of fabric. Inside is a tapestry. Doya puffs her chest as she weaves me a tale about her traveling companion, who was a master tailor. Their shared adventure inspired the chosen motifs of this tapestry. So this was an adventure my father sponsored, and she came back with a famed large wall ornament. It's a Korp tapestry. A large linen tapestry of masterful craftsmanship. The cloth depicts several prominent scenes taken from the Arthur canon. It's great. This is magnificent. Doya. And she was court poet, but for some reason the game kicked her out from this when she finished her adventures here, and so let's reappoint her. And let's go take a look at this tapestry. Oh, here's something in my court as well. I will look at this, but first, where is this tapestry? Where can I hang this? No, I don't want to hang the hide. Maybe I should replace this, because here's the Korp dynasty banner, but this Korp tapestry is better and much nicer looking. So there it hangs now, Korp tapestry. It is great. And there's this East Franconian war banner that we stole in Germany. It's good there. I really like our house banners and stuff, but maybe I will later I might look into reforging them or remake them so that they get better. And here is Doya, my court poet. She wants something. She just gave us this tapestry, but now she wants something else. My poet, as she always does as soon as I am in range, starts to declaim at me, "Oh, you precious treasure, it must be such a hardship to live life as one abandoned by the muses. You command armies, but you cannot command the written word. Has mankind ever witnessed a more exquisite tragedy? Allow me to assist you. I could write some of your speeches for you. Tell me the theme, and I shall apply a beauteous turn of phrase. I can gain diplomatic lifestyle and gain ghostwriter, which will increase my diplomacy. It will give this woman a weak hook on me. Or I might say my words may not be fine, but they are from my heart, and I will become honest, have honest speaker, personal scheme power." Well, I think he will go for this. My words may not be fine, but they are from my heart. Let's do that. I don't think there's anything in his personality that says that we should do either of those, so I will just go for this last one here. Inspiration. Considered opinion. My weaver Imma updates me on her progress, droning on about the limits of thread and loom as my mind reels with bold ideas for my tapestry. Weaving may not be my personal forte, but that doesn't mean I can't have a say in how my money is spent. I can go with a few suggestions, which will give me stress and a stewardship challenge. Or I can say, have you considered this angle, which will also give me stress and a learning challenge. Or, no, Imma knows what she is doing. So I don't think I would go for this first one. but I might consider this one. It's one of those two last ones here. Because he is shy, so that I understand why this goes against him, saying have you considered this angle? But he is also a learned and astute intellectual, and what I was talking about being cynical at the beginning of this episode kind of fits with him saying have you considered this angle? He's a man who always tries to see things from a different angle than what others might do. And sometimes he is right and the outcome is better, and sometimes his point of view is ignored, and that's just how it is. But I think I will try this. My ideas work well, that is good. And we are raiding and looting here in England, we're almost done, and we can then return home with a lot of loot. Let's ransom this Countess Gunhilda here, and here's some betrothed that can marry. It's my courtier, a distant relative. She is the daughter of my cousin Hallstein and my cousin Thurida. She is betrothed to Edulf Wulmerson. Yeah, why not? You go ahead and marry this Doddington man. And there's another event at court. Here stands Starkader Botildursson and my court poet. He is angry. It's this event. It's always this event comes like a letter in your inbox when you've visited dubious sites. Whenever you appoint someone to a court position, there's always someone who comes and makes a fuss about this being unfair and that they should have a court position. Like I said a couple of episodes back, I think this event happens far too often. It's an alright event, but it's when it always happens, whenever you appoint someone to a court position, it gets kind of tedious. Paradox should I think all the events are fine, but they really should see about tweaking the algorithms or whatever it is that controls how often they happen, because it's this one, and then there's this one when you manage to get a warhorse. Your warhorse will get sick all the time, and it's the same with this. But he is angry that he wasn't given a court position. I could make him a bodyguard, but he's not really a good fighter, so why should I? Oh, come off it. Goodbye, Starkader Botildursson. You go and whine somewhere else, and don't pester me in my court. We will have no whining here. So this army has almost... there's still room for more. I don't know how much more we can get here, because England is almost burned to the ground. Oh no, Gerard died. He was Maer's husband. I think Maer is too old now to... I mean, if she wants to go and get herself a lover, I mean, go right ahead, but I will not marry her off. But I think he held some court position. Let's take a look if we have someone new to appoint. I don't remember. I think he was antiquarian. I don't really have any good antiquarians, but... oh, let's hold off on that. Maybe we'll get someone better. Inspiration. Highest quality. My lord, look at that thread. I have never seen such fine quality before. My beneficiary Imma breaks away from our market procession to accost the merchant selling the coveted item, ecstatic over her find. With this, my project would reach new heights. I could create something truly marvelous. Please, my king, bestow this gift upon me. So I can spend 50 to improve the quality of whatever it is she is weaving. Or, of course, but surely we can get a fair price. Or absolutely, guards, seize what Imma needs. Which will be an act of tyranny. Or do you think I'm made out of money? I think I will invest in this. I really want to... She has had many events now where we have had the chance to improve the quality of her work, so it kind of sounds like she might be weaving something really inspirational and amazing for us. don't have much gold, but I have some hostages I can ransom, and soon my raiders will return home with coffers full of loot. But to make sure that we don't get into deficit, let's ransom this Elin Archlevid here. In my earliest episode I always tried to wrap my tongue around these Welsh names. I kind of stopped doing it because I figured people would get bored, but let's, for old time's sake, let's try and get Elinferk Sande Arlechvid. Elinferk Sande Arlechvid. Elinferk Sande Arlechvid. I think that last one is as best as I can manage. Elinferk Sande Arlechvid. That sounds alright. If you know Welsh language, I would be fascinated to hear your input on me stumbling around Arlechovid. Let's ransom her anyway. We're almost done raiding in England. I don't think they have much more that we can take, so let's get our raiders home. Let's see if they won't be in time to stop these raiders here anyway, so let's just go to our holdings in Holland here, and then we will have to see about what we can do to help this Chief of Volin here win his war, because we will do our best to honor our alliances. That being said, maybe we should send our armies there instead. It will take them a little while longer to get there, but they will then be in a good position to go deal with these Polabians. What is this war about? It is conquest of the county of Valch, so he's trying to conquer this. It looks like he is doing alright there. And who's the war leader? It is this Impaler of Moravia. His capital is all the way down here, but maybe we should see about trying to go to Polabia's capital. Speaking of which, is my relative still a chief down here? I wonder. That would have been my father's sister's, Gerda's son. No, he is dead. Well, I think I checked this in a couple of episodes back, didn't I? He was the king of Bohemia and the king of Polabia, but he lost his titles. Now his son still has claim to Kingdom of Bohemia and Polabia, so maybe it's not all over for Greatest Line. Where are you? He is in Görlitz. He has changed his religion to Slovianska Pravda, but he's still Norse in culture. Can I get him to court somehow? His vassal is this Count Alexander. I can only offer guardianship to his children, and why would I? And he wouldn't accept anyway. Yeah, I could betroth him matrilineally. It doesn't matter because they have the same family name, but I think if I make it matrilineal, he will, when they get married, come to my court. He's the same age as my daughter Gyda here. I really like her. She's intelligent and rowdy. She's gonna grow up to be a shield maiden, I believe. And I think by the looks of her and her traits and everything, I think, because all my characters has had a favorite child. Most of all, my first character, he had his daughter Audur, and Stalkarder, he never really had, he tried to, he never really had the time to have a favorite child, but I think for me it is Gyda, Askell's daughter here. So why don't I? They are related, but it's really, really far away. She's my daughter, and this boy here is the daughter of my father's sister. So they are, I mean, they are not even cousins, so it should be alright. This way maybe we can save our house as claims to the Kingdom of Bohemia and the Kingdom of Polabia, and have Gerda's legacy continued. Here are some cheeky raiders, they always come when you're away. Inspiration realized. In here, my lord, my beneficiary Imma gestures to the door of her weavery, where she has been toiling for months on my commission. Stepping through the doorway, I gasp as I gaze upon the work hanging in front of me. A large linen tapestry of excellent craftsmanship. It's Imma's tapestry. It gives me powerful vassal councillor tax contribution 3% and court grandeur bonus +2. This is lovely. It's alright, I suppose, those bonuses, but I really like masterwork large wall ornament and the tapestry looks nice. But the bonuses are kind of meh, I suppose. But anyway, this is lovely. Imma created a large tapestry of excellent craftsmanship. Thank you, Imma. Looks like some kind of battle here. Look at all the gold and prestige our raiders brought home. But when we are here, we shall send them to assist in this battle if they can get there in time. It looks like my ally is overwhelmed. He will reinforce with these 3,000 men, but they have more coming, and his first army here is almost beaten down there in the woods. Let's see if we can make it there in time to help him. Looks like he has just been beaten. My army is marching in. Can we be there in time, or will... Yes, it looks like we we managed to get there just in time before he fled. That's good of us. And look how many men at arms and things, and we have turned the tide here. They are fleeing now. That's great. My son. He is the first son born to me since I came in control of Askell here, so that will mean that he will have a special place for me, but it's my wife, Queen Tuaria. Yeah. House Itkonen, Karelian woman. I don't really know what kind of relationship they have, but it's doesn't look like passion or love, but they looks like they are, at least they are having some respect. And she has those breastplates here. That's interesting. I like her outfit. It looks cool. I kind of like Queen Tuaria here, but anyway, here's our son. He's a quick boy. He's named Karl. I don't know. Let's name him Emundur. That has a better, more Norse ring to it than Karl. And we won this battle. That was really good. I thought that my ally was beaten, but we managed to be there just in time to tip the balance. Let's see if we can help him siege here. I really don't enjoy, and it's getting better and it's getting worse and worse the longer the game progresses, because your armies only get bigger. I really don't enjoy this micromanaging armies stuff. It's because of the supply mechanic. I understand why they have this supply mechanic. It would be ridiculous otherwise, but still it is really boring, soul quenching, I'd say, to split off your armies and place them wherever they need to go, not to take attrition. And it's the same thing in EU4. I played it a lot. I love that game, but but still I don't enjoy this constant managing of the armies. Looks like we can go catch his army again here, and we have a much better force. So I should be able to beat them, although my supplies are running low, and it's no wonder we've been away raiding England and we only had time to land, and then we were thrown right into the fray of battle before we had time to pick up more supplies. But still, it looks like we are gonna win this battle of Rupin here. Decisively so. We have we got all the advantages. So we are crushing them. My Huskarls and Varangian veterans are countering their pikemen. That is good. Pikemen are good for dealing with mounted enemies, but we are not mounted. We are standing on the ground with our swords and shields and axes. I captured someone here. Can we ransom people? Count Stefan, is he worth war score? No, he's not. Is he something special? He's a decent fighter, but he is definitely worth more as 50 gold than anything else. Here's this Reeve Gitta of Banbury. She is worth 30. I'll ransom her as well. How about Count Rolf? He still doesn't have the money to pay for his ransom, and neither does Count Florence. So my ally is engaging them there. Maybe we should go help. Looks like it is best if we do so, because they have a large army here coming in to reinforce. So no supplies for us. Back to battle, men. But while we're winning there, let's send this army and siege down this, because that looks like Polania is an ally in the war against us as well. So let's send our onagers down there to try and get their capital. But we don't want to encounter this army. It looks like they are fleeing from some other battle. Here comes their reinforcement. My ally has almost won here, and here comes our reinforcement. So this should be a win for us. Champion Hörda Knutor was slain by Lorenzo. That's not good. Some other champions slaying and murdering and maiming as per usual, but we won the battle. There's some small battle here, I didn't even notice, but let's send small reinforcement. And here are people raiding Finland again. This always happens when we turn our back to this stuff. Looks like they are gonna engage my little siege army here, so let's see, hope that we can make it there in time to reinforce them. Looks like my ally are going, I don't know where they are going, but far away from here anyway. Scheme at court. Someone is trying to kill my wife, Tualia. That's not good of you. Why are you trying to kill her? She is a nice woman from Karelia. I remember this. Soviet wrestler. Karelin he was called. I never was much into wrestling, but I still remember this man. He was, because at this time there was I believe when there was World Championship or Olympics and stuff, there was this Swedish wrestler Thomas Johansson, and he was really good. He always managed to make it to the finals, and then he always lost to this Karelin. And so it never really was much excitement when it came to these wrestling Olympics and World Championships, because you always knew that the Swedish Thomas Johansson is gonna make it to the finals, and then he is going to lose against Karelin. And that always happened, and it always happened this way. Oh, thank you. We won this war. And I helped my ally here, so now he definitely owes me one. And here's an event, a liar's pay. It is my daughter and ward, Iliana. I like her as well. She is quick, curious, deceitful, impatient, and arrogant. I like you. She is having an event with Jarl Ingebjörg Åsbjörnsdotter of Småland. This is House Newdunge. We have a long-standing relationship with them. They are the rulers of Småland. They are our vassals. The event reads like this. I was shocked when I caught Iliana trying to steal from the travel chest of the visiting Jarl Ingebjörg. She blamed a game another child had invented, but I could tell she was lying. So I can say you have to learn to get away with your lies and make her keep the trade deceitful. Or be honest, and you will see others open doors to you. I think he himself is neither deceitful or honest. But I think being cynical, he would lean towards you have to learn to get away with your lies. Because he knows that people are gonna lie, you are gonna lie, others are gonna lie. And if you're gonna lie, you have to be good at it. That's how I think, and personally I think, sometimes, probably most of the times, it's a good thing to be honest, but I really don't. There are some people who has honesty as they hold honesty as the highest virtue there is, and I think, the important thing is to be honest above all, but that's simply just not true. If you see someone and you think that person is ugly looking, The honest thing is to say you are ugly looking. But is it right? No, I don't think it is. Being honest in that case is just being a douche. So sometimes it is better to lie. Straight up lie. If honesty is hurting people, it is not a virtue. That's what I think. So, anyway, that's tonight's moral philosophy channel over and done with. Let's go and make my daughter deceitful. And let's stand down our armies. Feels good. I always... I love CK3 and I love seeing events unfold, and a big part of that is of course conflict and conquest. But I really don't enjoy the actual going to war stuff. But I suppose it wouldn't be much of a game without it. So if I'm gonna have all those stories unfold, I have to do the war stuff. There's just no way around it. So that's that. It's always been like this when I play strategy games. I mean, I go to war, but what I'm really interested in is building stories and building nice realms. I've never been much of a world conqueror. Enough about that. I think it is time to end this episode here. Our first episode playing as King Askell. I think it went reasonably well, and he hasn't really done much with his reign yet. He raided England and he settled some internal affairs with his council and he helped an ally, but there's still much to do for this 33-year-old man on the throne of Sweden. For instance, his brother here is not doing so good as the King of Norway. So maybe we should see about... We have a claim to this kingdom, maybe we should see about taking it back. Or maybe we shall go somewhere completely different. I'll think about that and get back to it in our next episode. If you enjoy my role-playing and storytelling, consider leaving a like and subscribe. Thank you for watching this one, and goodbye.